Okay, welcome back to building a $1 million a month business empire in public on YouTube for everybody to watch, enjoy, and absorb. Now, as you probably guess from the title, this is a daily series, a little vlog, business debrief, whatever you sort of want to call it. Not too long at all, just to sort of have a personal record really of what we're doing to build our businesses to $1 million per month. Now, if you're new around here, let's jump in, let's see what we cover. So it's update number 15. It's the 15th of April, 2025, currently 9:20 in Dubai. Game plan for today. Generally, the way we work is section number 1 is Q&A. If anyone's got any questions about SMMA, growing a business, marketing, team management, people management, whatever the fuck you've got question-wise, drop a comment, I'll answer it. At the moment, we've only done 15, so we don't really have any questions on the end of it, right? But if you do have them, drop them down below. We do a daily check-in in terms of our own personal targets within the business that we're heading towards, how we're doing on that side. And the last thing is a business debrief. So either a big thing that we sort of fixed in the business itself, or just sort of something going through our head and what we're looking at. So, like I said, no Q&A, so let's jump straight into daily check-in and target-wise what we're looking at. So, our target really for April, actually for days I really cut off, it was 10 new clients signed up. So we've set that target on the 2nd. At the minute, we're still at 9 out of 10. We have loads of contracts out at the moment. So I'm not worried about these at all. We have probably 4 or 5 contracts out at the minute. It's just half term here in the UK, so it's hard to get them. And we've focused on a lot of things internally. So 9 out of 10, still good. Reason we're doing that, 25 to 35k revenue. So we're still going to get those closed up and sorted out. I swear to God, otherwise someone's dying. So that side of it on there. And then the other thing we're working towards at the moment is a creative strategist role. And also the other role we're trying to sort of train for now is our call center role. We've brought on 3 new team members and they're going really, really well. Actually, I'm super impressed in terms of they've got 0 questions. Our training's dialed in now. I'm jumping on the calls. We normally have an hour chit chat and answer things they answer on. Because we've continuously improved it, there is nothing to sort of chit chat on and go through there. So with that being said, what are we going to have a look at today? What is the game plan of what we actually want to go through? And it's pretty simple, if I'm honest with you. So let's move this through up here on this end of it. Now, what I want to have a look at and things is something we've sort of just rolled out internally just to help with client questions and team questions and just SOPs and processes in general. So the way most people will go through and handle their SOPs or internal processes, they'll create loads and loads of little documents and things on that side that all become part of a larger document, right? So for example, during your onboarding process, you'll have, one big doc, and in that doc, you'll have maybe 10, 20 different steps, and they might also sublink out to other pages and things, which is fine, right? If you're following an onboarding process, that's absolutely fine. Now, same with SOPs, you might have like, hey, how do you do a call? How do you do a close for somebody, right? So if you're a call center staff member, how do I put an appointment in? What is a close? How does that work? And you might go through and you might have it on there and you might say, right, hey, here's our big SOP for doing bookings. And here's all the individual steps on the side of it. And they can search it and they can find it. Now, there's one group of things that we found that comes up a lot, right? And it's things that aren't part of a general SOP, right? They aren't part of an SOP, they aren't part of a process, and they really have a home that they can sort of sit within when it comes down to it. So what we've created, these would be sort of tasks like the website went down, for example. If the website went down, how did we fix it? It's not an SOP, it's not a process, it's just a random thing that happens. Or there's one of our leads hasn't synced from hot prospect to go high level. Again, it's not a sort of thing that comes up, it's just a random process, right? So what we've created is something internally that we've called field notes, right? And what this is, field notes, it is basically a database. So either on Notion or ClickUp, we're doing ours on Notion. So it's a Notion database and it's just a catch-all for anything that happens and that goes wrong. So for example, if you have, like I said, the website goes down, you're going to have to fix it, right? You as the founder, you're going to have to fix that problem because nobody else is going to know. So you just write in there, the one time you fix it, you would basically do either a Loom recording on that side, or you do a Scribe recording. Scribe, Loom, both of them combined. Loom is a video processor to record SOPs. Scribe is like a step-by-step process on it. And then what you would do is once that's done, you just log it in here. Now, in your field notes, the chance that happens again, super, super slim, but in 2-3 years time, you've got Amy who's just come on board, and the process you tell her is every time you have something come up that you don't know, go and check in the field notes. do a search, use AI, like to connect with it. Notion has AI built in, so let's click up now and search. You can search transcripts and everything. And what you do in that field note is you'd have the loom, the scribe, and the transcript, and a couple of steps on how to fix it. Like I said, just from that video. And now, Amy, who only joined 2 weeks ago, has 3 years worth of knowledge under her belt just because you've got a simple system on there. So, and you do every single task. Any task that comes up, there's a little bug fix or a thing you're not sure on. How do I do this? How do I do that? Anything somebody asks you goes into field notes, right? And you do the same thing with communication. So you have your field notes processes and then field notes for comms, right? Same thing. If you're a training CSM and they have a question, what do? Every time you answer for somebody, save it, add it to the communication field notes. Same sort of thing. And in the process you train everybody to do is, before they ask you a question, before they give it to you, step one is check the field notes, and it will take off 95% from your plate that you have. So, like I said, we do have a system built out. If anyone wants it, I can share it and things, but that's like a super simple concept. Just create field notes, and every time you fix something, loom, scribe, transcript, put it in there, lock it away. You're going to have to fix it anyway, so just fucking record it at once. And then no matter how long you need it, it will always be sort of there in the future. And that way, you're actually building knowledge. What people do, we're not monkeys here. We're not going to sort of like have to start from the ground up every single time. If you fix a problem, save it. There's a record of it. Like I said, 3 years down the line, 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, if your business is still around, they'll have that record to go back to fix. Even if it just comes up once, it'll take you an extra 5-10 minutes to fix it on that side of it, save you another few hours. So, yeah, just want to jump on, get it through and things. Super quick one. So if you haven't got this, roll it out. Really, really important. Other than that, stay saucy, make some money, have a good time.